All right.
The Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Miss Julie Valpachan.
That's right.
All right, please state your.
Attorney Morgan Barosa on behalf of the people.
please state your name for the record.
Julie Valpachan.
Thank you, Judge. I have spoken to Ms. Barroso and to Ms. Valpachan about this matter. We are close to a resolution. The people have made a reasonable offer.
Go ahead.
Have made a reasonable offer. The issue, if there's an MDLP, it's going to be requiring something to be paid off that may have already been paid off. So I need to get a receipt from Ms. Valpachan before we're prepared to resolve it.
Hello. Or no?
Before we're prepared to resolve it. So I'm asking for a short, either 1, 2, or 3 week adjournment, whatever fits the court schedule best, to get that receipt and turn it over to Ms. Barroso to see if that will help to resolve the matter.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, but there a reason why she hasn't been going to community corrections?
I was sick. I was in the hospital.
She missed, she had a court date scheduled for February 14th. That was also,
No, I understand that, but she had missed to January 10th, she tested negative. January 19th, she missed. January 22nd, she missed. January 24th, she comes in, test positive for THC. And then she misses February 7th. And then misses February 9th. And according to this, was in the hospital on the 13th through the 15th.
so I understand what the court
Mr.
said.
Allen.
She missed several tests. It sounds like in late January into February. She,
And the only test that she then took for that period was positive.
so I know she was in the hospital, which is why the February 14th court date was adjourned.
Right, I have that one,
Right.
but she hasn't been testing.
Okay. She did indicate that she went to go test today. They did not drop her. They told her to wait till after court.
Yeah, because she hasn't been testing.
Fair.
And
I just found I had pneumonia. And I was sick, like I just haven't been. Whatever.
did you read this violation report?
I did not judge.
Because I don't know what's going on with this individual, but the very first conversation, there's a call made to the phone. And it looks like some games are being played with community corrections.
Okay.
And she tests positive for marijuana, but then indicates she doesn't have a MMC. She doesn't have a medical marijuana card. And that she was at a party and had 2 marijuana laced cookies. So on, and they keep telephoning her, said she was unable to take the test on 119, having to pick up her kids. Then she reminded that they were open from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., instructed to report to community correction on January 24th. She did, and that's when she tested positive. She hasn't given any on the February 15th, although the court has them. She didn't give any medical documentation to the 2 community corrections.
You didn't give it to the court. You must have given it to Ms. Gaines. Oh. Yes, my understanding is she was working with Ms. Gaines. I guess that must be how the court ultimately received.
Pardon?
You said that the court had not received the hospitalization.
I have it. I have the hospital. That's fine with me. It's the stuff before this that is very concerning because she she does her first test, she's negative. Then she just doesn't seem to do testing, as though she's not taking what the court says very serious.
I'll continue to go test.
And then she's talking about, then there's this whole issue with the phone back at the beginning of January about the appointment.
Obviously, I did not.
And then she's talking about having to pick up her kids. And that's fine, except they reminded her that that they're open from 8 to 4.
Did I go to testing after that like she told me I could go the next day? And I believe I went that day,
What day?
the day after that I was supposed to pick my kids up.
On the 24th, right? That's the only test you've done.
Okay.
Do you have it in front of you? You want to see my copy?
Judge, I don't have it in my.
I don't, but
Thank you.
no, I have not. been tested. That, like,
To know. He wants to. That's on 110. When she reported to community corrections required the intake. Yes, with the marijuana laced cookies, it appears, Your Honor. That approach.
Yeah. So she had the marijuana cookies on which day?
It looks like in the report, she said on 110.
That was after she was arrested,
I guess so, Judge.
but she just told me it was before she was arrested. So which one is it?
before. No,
She doesn't recall, Judge.
What?
She doesn't know the date. Obviously, Judge, I don't know when she was arrested. She believes it was
So
right.
tell me about the phone. Cause see, I have a feeling you're playing games with.
I don't know anything about no phone. I don't remember. I don't know nothing about no phone.
The judge says that the report is we're not returning, we're not making phone calls, it's not the right phone number for you to reach you to do the testing.
Well, no, that beginning part of the report
Yes, sir.
where they tried to call and they said they were trying to return it to the owner and they said it was actually her on the phone.
You understand what Judge
Oh,
said?
yeah, when I lost my phone and,
That's what he's asking you about.
yeah. I had lost my phone and I was getting it back from the person.
That's what he's asking you
And
about.
they said that person said somebody called me or something like that, and
So Judge is asking you about the phone. When did you lose your phone? How did you get your phone back? He wants an explanation for when.
I don't remember the exact dates, but whatever it is, I accept full responsibility,
No,
whatever.
Oh, I don't know you want to do that, because that'll make my job a whole
Remember
lot easier.
when I lost it.
Well, how'd you get it back? That's what he wants to know. He
I
wants-
called my phone and I met up with the girl to give my phone back
Okay, where?
at the gas station.
Okay, how'd she get it?
I left it there.
At the gas station? What gas? He wants them details.
The Citgo gas station right here outside of Hogback, whatever it's called right here.
Okay. So my understanding from what she's telling me, Judge, is that she left her phone at the gas station, the Citgo.
This was before the delayed marijuana cookies.
That's my.
Oh, okay.
correct?
This is after the cookies. I ate the cookies before I was arrested, a couple of days before that. I got arrested on the 31st.
Ma'am. You have laced cookies. Take a test, it shows up negative. Then 14 days later, we probably would have known before then. But 14 days later, then you take a test and that's when it shows up in your system.
Judge is saying that it should have showed up immediately. That's what he's suggesting.
Okay,
So he wants to know how's that possible?
I don't know.
Was there another slip? That's what he wants to know.
No,
Were you around someone who could have been?
Okay, look, here's the thing. Mr. Feaster, I realize you may be at a slight disadvantage because you don't have the report in front of you.
Judge.
I'm gonna give you my copy of the report. she can sit right in that last seat over there in the jury box. And I will call it back up when she has her story straight.
Thank you, Judge.
But if she's up here and she's lying to me, ma'am, I don't play that way.
Right.
So if you come up here lying to me and don't tell me the whole truth, because I can see exactly what's going on here. I'm not stupid. But if you come up here lying to me, you're gonna go. It's really simple.
Have a seat right there. You said.
Have a seat right, that last seat up there.
May I borrow that again, Judge?
Court calls the case of the people versus Cody Jolly. Hello, what's your name?
Cody Lee Jolly.
Um,
There was no council appointed.
how did that happen?
I was representing myself.
You're gonna represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so what do you want to do today?
Is this pre-trial then?
This is a probable cause conference.
Probably.
That concerns me if you don't know that and they're gonna represent
Yeah, I'm
yourself.
gonna plead not guilty in this case.
Okay, you already entered a plea. What are you gonna do with the hearing today?
The hearing today,
Yes,
I'm just gonna plead not guilty.
okay, you've done that.
Right.
So what do you want to do with this case?
I mean, it's up to you. I'm not understanding.
No, you're not, it's not up to me. You
Plead not
tell me
guilty,
what you
take
want to
it
do.
Pre-trial.
Pardon?
My hope was to take it to pre-trial.
Well, the next stage would be a preliminary examination. Is that what you want?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know what that is?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is it?
The preliminary hearing,
Yeah,
it's another case similar to this, and then there's other options. I'm seeking discovery, or if I'm seeking this, I'm seeking that.
oh boy.
For trial,
Is
right?
there a reason you don't want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, Your
Because I
Honor.
see this thing
I've
getting
represented-
south real fast.
I've represented myself before, and I prefer to, Your Honor.
Have you requested discovery?
I have not.
Why not? You're here at probable cause conference. Why haven't you requested discovery?
The for me, there was no issue, there was no conflict, there's no case. There's no case whatsoever that
You requested discovery. You know what
Can I
discovery
request?
is? Do you know what
it?
discovery is?
Yes, Your Honor.
What
It's
is it?
all the evidence in the case.
Okay, have you
Well,
requested that from the people?
I have not.
Then how
Can I
do you
request
know
it now?
there's nothing there?
Can I request it now?
You're gonna have to do it in your own way to request it.
Do you
I
want it
mean,
by-
I can't help you through this process.
Would you like
wanna
it by mail?
represent yourself,
I'd like to represent myself. Your Honor.
then you're gonna have to request discovery.
Do you want me to request discovery?
I don't care what you do. I'm just telling you, if you're gonna represent yourself, you're gonna need to request discovery. You haven't even requested discovery.
I currently I am right now. If you'd rather me do it by mail, I can do it by.
Well, there's a way in which you do it.
I understand. You gotta file it through the circuit, or to the circuit court, through the prosecutor.
for Pete's
and also
sakes.
And also to the
No,
yes.
that is not how it happens.
In front of you then is the other.
No,
Okay, how does that happen then? Sure. Then
I'm not here to help you.
I understand.
I'm here to
I
set the
filed-
case.
I filed for case of studies.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. People have their witnesses available on the 12th?
We could try, Your Honor.
Well, you can at least start it.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
He was made aware of his constitutional right to an attorney and he's officially raised.
He was made aware of that before,
Just making sure that it's on.
and he wishes to proceed forth. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand the dangers in representing yourself.
I do understand.
Did you want counsel to help you?
No, I do not. Not now this time.
Your Honor, and just for the record, and so that defendant is aware, he is charged with 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct. That is a high court misdemeanor, punishable by up to 2 years and or $500.
You understand that, sir,
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna do, let's not send it for prelim. Do you know how to, you don't even know how to go about getting the discovery on this case, do you? Do you want to talk to somebody about how to try to get your discovery on it?
I can honestly do it myself. If you'd like me to discover, I can file for discovery. I
You
can,
don't even know how to do that.
okay,
Do you know what you do to get discovery?
before, usually when I file most, I file them by mail or in front of the judge, or I request it.
Okay, look. Trying to offer you somebody to talk to so they can show you how to get your discovery.
But
Would you like to do that? So how do you intend on getting your discovery? Because you file a motion and you haven't requested as a prosecutor, I'm not granting it. You're gonna be wasting everybody's time.
okay, so if you don't accept it by mail or in front of you, in what way would you prefer me to file for the motion?
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
Every judge is different, so
No, every judge in this county isn't different. Welcome to Washington.
I've been in Washington, I think. Fortunately. Yeah.
Would you like somebody to help you at least tell you how to get discovery in this
If
case?
someone wants to tell me, that'd be great, but I still prefer to represent myself.
I don't care if you represent yourself.
What's wrong?
I'm asking you because you have no discovery. You're gonna walk into a preliminary
Yes,
examination
if you,
and it's going to be a problem.
right, if you prefer it to be.
I don't
Motion be
care.
filed
I'm not,
differently
it's
than
not an
myself
issue
also.
of my preference.
Okay.
I'm trying to get somebody to help you before you become an absolute disaster regarding this case. So I will make the offer again. Would you like to talk to somebody about how to get your discovery?
I would love to talk to him anyway.
Mr. Gaddy, will you please speak with this gentleman about how to get his discovery? I would appreciate it. Oh, I'm not passing. I'm just gonna give a new date.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not gonna come back up here before me, not today. I'll adjourn this matter to March 21st, 2023 for 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Yes, Your Honor. I have a question for you, and I have a tether that's on that I can't afford. Is there any way that was just because of stipulations of ROR? I'm wondering if it's possible to remove it.
To remove the tether?
Yes, Your Honor. Since I'm not a flight risk or anything, I'm just living in town.
Denied.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Bond will continue. The case of the, Mr. Feaster here. People versus Julie Vampachang, I think.
Ready again, Judge Torshell Feaster, Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Ms. Julie Von Pachan. And tomorrow at the podium. Please state your name again for the record.
Julie Vampachan.
Thank you, Jeff, for giving us the opportunity to pass this matter so I could get a copy of the report and review it. I did talk to Ms. Barroso about this report. Our office did not receive a copy of it, so I did not have it. We didn't have it, so I apologize for that, Judge.
No, it's okay.
In going through the report with Ms. Wapachan, I do have some corrections, clarifications to the information I was providing previously, Judge. She
Oh,
does,
so now she's gonna tell the truth.
yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. She did lose her phone at the Sunoco gas station at 3891 Platte. About 17, just
This is the Sunoco,
the Sunoco.
not the Sitco.
Sunoco, right?
Whatever one's right outside of here.
Sunoco, I believe, is what she believes it was, Judge. She says that that phone was recovered prior to her first meeting with Community Corrections when she got her phone back on 1/9 of 2024. She went to Sunoco. She paid $100 to a Black female who had her iPhone 10. That phone did subsequently break. She took it and had it repaired or replaced at the iPhone store at Briarwood. She said that when she did report on the 10th, per the report, Judge, she indicated to Community Corrections that she did have a marijuana cookie, 2 marijuana cookies. And so she indicated that she didn't know she was going to be positive. And that's when she said, what do I do when my test comes back positive? However, that apparently did not metabolize in her system at the point of that test. but she thought that first test would have been positive, Judge.
Oh, okay, so the cookies now appeared on the 10th.
Yes, Judge. It happened before, the day before her reporting, Judge. So I guess that would have been the 9th, reported on the 10th.
Go ahead.
Okay. She indicated since that time, she has in fact been using marijuana. And that is why she has failed to make her testing dates, Judge. She indicates that she knew she was gonna be positive on the 10th from the cookie, and she knew that subsequently she'd be positive from actual smoking of marijuana. So she missed those tests until she actually went in on 1/24 and tested and did have that positive result. She indicated that her last time smoking would have been 2 days ago on Tuesday, the 27th, Judge. She indicates that she does not have an addiction and that she can stop smoking, but that she had not stopped at this point, and that she takes responsibility. She apologizes. She sees how serious this is, and she wants
Hold on a moment. I need to go back to the 9th.
okay.
He had the cookie when?
It would have been the day, either the 8th or the 9th. The party would have been, she believes it was the Friday, January the 9th, I believe that date was, she indicated, at her friend's party. Obviously,
When did she get out of jail?
she got out on or about 12:30. Because community correction received this order for her testing on December 30th.
On December 3rd?
Yes, Judge.
December 30th.
It says new order received on 12/30/2023.
Right.
So that's when she would have been released, I assume, Judge.
And she doesn't report until the 9th or the
She-
10th.
Correct, Judge.
Why is she late reporting?
Well, she didn't call initially, Judge.
Why?
She apparently didn't want to, Judge. Then she lost her phone on or about January 7th. Just trying to be honest with you, Judge, that's what happened. Okay, on the 7th, she lost her phone. She recovered it on the 9th. She had that cookie. And then she reported on the 10th, Judge. Since that time, like I indicated, she has been smoking marijuana due to the stress of the situation. She's not denying that. And that's why she has failed to make subsequent reports aside from that January.
So she just decided that she just was gonna do it her way.
She did, Judge. She did. And she's not denying that, Judge.
Not now.
But obviously, I've impressed upon her.
So why did she go over the data test?
My understanding, she spoke to Ms. Gaines, and Ms. Gaines told her she had some prior failures to report, and that she knew she had to go report. So she went today, so she's tried to actually comply. And I told her now how serious this is. I don't know if that was impressed upon.
So she just started taking marijuana without a card in violation of the order on the 8th, 9th of January.
That's the cookie, right. Subsequent to that, she started smoking.
So before that, what?
Before that, she indicated she didn't use often. Not never, but not often. But now she's been using pretty much 3 days a week. That's that time.
And she knows she's not supposed to be.
She does, Judge. You understand? Something that she's not denying now. She was scared, and obviously she has 2 small children. She has a full-time job. She didn't want to lose her job, didn't want to have difficulty with her children. Understands now, she just can't do it. She doesn't have a medical marijuana card. She has no excuse. And she knows that, Your Honor's not playing about marijuana, not playing about following court orders. And she indicates that she is given the
Well,
opportunity.
it's the court, and I'll tell you, it's the court gave her an order.
Yes, Judge.
And she decides that she just wants to not follow the court's order.
Yes, Judge.
Then she gets here, gets called on it when she was up here initially, and then it's just through you just lying to me.
Yes, Judge.
I apologize, Your Honor.
You don't lie to the court, ma'am. You just don't. I'll deal with the truth. We can work that out. But if you're gonna sit here and lie to me, then that's gonna be a problem and you're gonna pay a consequence for that.
That's what I told her in the box, Judge. When I sat down with her, I told her that she has to be straight with you. The truth, you generally work with people. Okay, that she apologized and she's sorry that she wanted me to tell you what was going on, how she got to this point. She said she's had difficulty dealing with the stress of the situation. She's looking forward to getting this resolved. The prosecutor did make her a very reasonable offer. We're just trying to get proof of that payment for the destruction of the broken window to try to get these pled out. But obviously she needs some help. She's not afraid to go to treatment if the court thinks she needs treatment, but she believes she can quit. And in 30 days from Tuesday's date, this should be all out of her system completely, because Tuesday was the last time she would have used, Your Honor. But she did, the 27th.
She just kept doing it.
Yes, Judge.
That's the problem. And the problem is, had she left here today, she would just continue doing it and continue violating this court's order.
Yes, Judge.
And quite frankly, her promise doesn't mean anything to me.
Understood.
It just doesn't. Had she taken the test, say, this is why I'm doing it, failed the test, that's one thing. But she just decides that she doesn't have to take the test, takes the test, then decides she doesn't have to want to take the test, just continues using.
Yes, Judge.
So violating the court's order in two ways, first by her use and then also by not going to testing. And then all on top of that comes here and lies to me. Anything else you want to say?
To her credit, she did eventually come forth and tell Your Honor the truth. She's came clean with me about what's going on and how we got in this situation. She acknowledges that she might have a problem because managing her stress, she's been unable to not use marijuana. And so she acknowledges that and is willing and ready to seek treatment, Your Honor.
Your screen is locked on your phone. How is somebody else using your phone?
My screen. They can answer calls still.
Can they call out? No, and they did. So I don't believe the phone thing either, even now, as you're saying. Adjourned to March 7th, this week, 2024 at 9 a.m. And lady, you're gonna have to figure out how you want to do this. You're here on a DV charge or DV type charge. You got resisting and obstructing. You're not following the court's rules. Has her 9mm handgun been surrendered?
Yes.
Yes, Judge. And she indicates that the window has been paid for, that was broken in the incident.
You got to follow the rules. And the most important thing is you don't lie to me.
Understood, Judge.
Defendant's bond is revoked pending a hearing on March 7th. Defendant's remanded.
Thank you, Judge.